Sorry, I haven't uploaded a video sooner. I've been pretty deep in the dumps lately. I think part of it is going to the IOCDF conference where I have something to contribute, where I'm surrounded by other people who share this issue, where I'm not only free to be me, but encouraged to be me. Then I return home to a pretty solitary life where there aren't many people I can talk to openly about my day-to-day challenges. Returning home can feel like coming out of a hot sauna, then plunging into an ice bath. It's been especially tough this time, maybe because at this year's conference it was such a fun experience laughing with others about our struggles. But I'll acclimate eventually. In the last video, I talked about how my bedroom is a dumping ground. I don't sleep well, and the clutter in there surely doesn't help, so I want to focus on clearing out my bedroom soon. I've attended 4 IOCDF conferences to learn and share about hoarding disorder. When you register at the beginning of the conference, they give you a book of slides for many of the presentations. It's really helpful because you have it with you during the presentations and can follow along without having to worry about writing down the information from the projected slides. You can add additional notes in the booklet and you can see slides for presentations you weren't able to attend. IOCDF provides a PDF version of the booklet after the conference, so I can get rid of this hard copy. Yay! But I feel like I need to transfer my handwritten notes from the hard copy to my computer, and that takes time. I didn't get rid of my 2017 slide book until right before the 2018 conference. It took me a year, but I did get rid of it. So this year I was determined to take care of the task sooner. And I finished transferring my notes from the 2018 book. Hooray! But then I found my book from 2016. I challenged myself to recycle this 2016 book without going through it first. I did not succeed. So I asked myself the questions covered in Telling the Story of Our Possessions. If you haven't seen that video, the link will be somewhere up here. For the question, where does it fit in your life? My answer was, it has information about hoarding disorder, which is my biggest challenge right now. And for the question, how does it match with your goals and values? My answer was, the information can help me change my dysfunctional thinking and habits, which is what I want to do. So based on those questions, I decided I would go through this 2016 hard copy before recycling it. And I did come across some good information. It reminded me of things I had forgotten, but it took me a lot of time. Time is a factor that I'm trying to take into consideration more. For all the time and effort I put into a task, is it worth it? Especially with my perfectionism, it can take me a long time to do things, and I don't have enough time to do all these projects I have piled up. So I have to make decisions about which projects are worth holding on to and which ones I need to let go. For example, 20 years ago, I used to make greeting cards with wires and charms. People told me, "Oh, those are beautiful, you should sell them." So I went haywire, no pun intended, buying blank cards, wire, beads, and decorative charms. But I feel guilty asking people for money, which doesn't make for a good salesperson. So the cards that I made, I mostly gave away, and then I had a bunch of supplies left over. I talked through these blank cards and decorative charms with a decluttering buddy the other day and realized I was still hanging on to this stuff, telling myself that I was going to make more cards when I really don't enjoy the process anymore. I think I was trying to convince myself that these purchases were justified, when really I bought way too much and wasted quite a bit of money. If I were to make more cards out of the supplies, that would be time and energy I'd rather spend doing something else. It wouldn't be worth it. It would feel like a burdensome obligation I was carrying out. And I don't want to bully myself into doing something I don't enjoy when I don't have to. If I keep the supplies, they'll not only continue to take up precious space, they'll remind me about the money I wasted and make me feel bad. I made a mistake. From that mistake, I learned that just because I can make nice things doesn't mean I should try to sell them, even if people tell me I should. I can just make things for enjoyment for myself or as gifts, but Making things to sell is not in my wheelhouse. I'm donating the supplies to a children's art studio and hope the kids enjoy making something out of them.